Hi everyone and welcome here. The hardest part of doing a coaching can be finding that coach that fits to you as a person and your goals. And in this video, I will be discussing 10 things to look for in a coach so that you can see if you found a true professional. Sometimes we reach points in our life where we feel stuck, where we feel we can't really grow further, and we need the support and help of others. And it's really good to look for that help and support when we need it. Sometimes another person asking a certain question or sharing their perspective can really help us to get out of that situation of feeling stuck and to get moving into the direction that we are striving for. However, there are so many different kinds of life coaches out there that are specialized in different areas and use different methods. How do I know if I've found a professional one? Besides the obvious fact that they've undergone a certain training and are certified as a coach or therapist. The following 10 thoughts are some basic guidelines that you can use to reflect on the coach or therapist that you're unsure of or trying to decide if you would like to see that person or not, to see if the person is a good fit for you and if they are adhering to basic standards of professionality in coaching or therapy. And the first thought is that they are rooting for you, that they're on your side, and that you experience a relationship of trust. So you shouldn't feel like you're struggling with this person or you can't open up to them. Of course, it takes time to develop, but this basic feeling and sense of trust is actually the most important thing. Studies have invested different forms of therapy to see what are the exact factors that bring this form of therapy to life and make it effective. And the interesting thing is that for all therapies, the most important thing is the relationship between the specific therapist and patient or client or coachee. So this is actually the most important thing, that you feel you can trust the person and that you're on the same team and working together. Guideline number 2. This guideline addresses what happens when you first start seeing the person. Usually at the beginning of a coaching or therapy, the professional will take time to get to know you and ask a lot of questions. They will want to get a complete picture of the status quo, of where you're coming from, and they will not immediately start working on a specific issue when you start talking. So it's not like the first idea that you mention or the first issue that you're having, that you immediately dive into that and start trying to solve that or go deep into this. So it's really important that the person gets a complete picture before the coaching actually starts. Number 3, a professional coach will work with goals and plans. They will ask you where you want to go and support you in achieving your goals. And if they get the idea that another issue or topic should be addressed in order to reach your goal, they will talk to you about this. So they will not dramatically change the course of your coaching and, let's say, make a coaching about finding the right job into a relationship coaching if that's not what you came for. So if they get the idea that something else should be discussed, they will involve you in that decision to discuss it. And once you've set up goals, the coach will set up a plan on how to get there. And both of you will be able to see if you're improving, if you're reaching your goal, if you are making small steps towards it. And this will also be a topic of discussion. And the coach will highlight improvements and encourage you in all of your successes. So a professional coaching or therapy is something that is guided and has a goal. It's not that you come and sit down and just talk. This is actually the most common misconception that I encounter when I coach people, is that people seem to have this notion that a coach or therapist is just there to listen and the coachee just comes and talks for an hour, whatever is on their mind, and then they feel a sense of relief and leave. Sometimes that's of course helpful to just have someone listen to what you're going through, but just be sure that you don't miss out on everything else that a coaching actually can be. It can actually be so much more. Guideline number 4, a professional coach is interested in you and your topics. They will be listening very intently. They will keep eye contact when you talk. And in most coachings and therapies, the coachee actually talks more than the coach. This is important because only if the coach knows where you're at and what is on your mind, the person can really work together with you. So the person will not base their work just on assumptions of who you are and where you want to go based on maybe people they've seen before. So the person will be working with you on a very individual basis, and for that, it's so important that you also speak and share your mind. Thought number 5, a professional coach is empathetic and non-judgmental. They will honestly try to understand your perspective and accept it, even if it's different from theirs. They will also from time to time check if they properly understood you. That means they will paraphrase what you said or summarize it, repeat it in their own words, and ask you if that's what you're trying to say. Number 6, a professional coach respects you and your decisions, even if they would have decided differently. And they understand and also support you in this understanding that you are in charge of and designing your own life. Number 7, they will create an atmosphere of clear, open, and direct communication. That means that you know you can address things and they will also address things. And none of you feels like you have to beat around the bush for too long. Number 8, they will not one-sidedly blame you for your issues. They won't say things like, well, no wonder you're stuck if you're this unmotivated. Rather, they will support you in becoming aware of what your patterns of behavior are and where they're coming from, and support you in developing healthy habits for your body and mind. Number 9, another really important one, they will not push you against a wall with a certain idea of a solution they have for you. A professional coach knows that you know your life like no one else, and that you are an indispensable source of ideas in the process of the coaching. So they will want to know what you think about things, if you are skeptical or if you are enthusiastic about certain things. And they know that there are many ways of approaching a topic or issue and many ways of finding a solution. And they will be creative in finding a specific solution that is individually tailored for you. And last but not least, through the process of the coaching, a professional coach will support your autonomy. So as you go through the coaching, you will notice how you are becoming better and better at coaching yourself in this certain area that you are discussing with the coach. So you're not developing a long-term dependency on the coach for guidance, but rather you are becoming your own coach in that area. Also, they will probably support you if you look for additional guidance in podcasts or books. Those were 10 things to look for in a professional coach. If there's anything you would like to add to this list, you know I'm always happy to read from all of you in the comments. And if you like this video, leave a thumbs up. That really does tell the YouTube algorithm that this is something worth recommending to others. And if you're currently looking for a life coach, I wish you lots of success in that endeavor. Don't hesitate to try a few. You don't have to settle for the first person you meet. And once you've found a professional one, it's worth your time.